Hello, Evone.
Hi, Wendy.
How are you?
I am very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm fine. It's amazing to see you again.
It's very good to
I
see
feel like
you
I haven't
too.
seen you
In
such-
ages.
In ages,
yes, it's
yeah.
been a while.
So it's amazing to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Evone is the founder and sales director at Eden Heights,
That's right.
which is a real estate agency
That's
based in
right.
Nairobi. And this brand was established in 2009.
Yes, wow,
A decade of
2009.
excellence.
Thank you.
Wow. And Evone has also this year established a mentorship program
Yes, that's
called
right.
the APO,
That's right, yes.
which I was happy and proud to be one of the first
Mentees. Yes.
first 3 mentees, and it was amazing.
We had so much fun,
We
didn't
had
we?
so much fun,
Yes.
and I learned so much.
I'm so glad you did.
Thank
it was
you,
a
Yvonne.
learning experience for all of us as well. Yes, it was.
I had a lot of fun. So today we'd like to talk about showing properties, which you're really good at,
Thank you.
and which you've been doing amazingly for a decade. And this is a session that I learned a lot from. And I really wanted to share with other agents what you taught us about showing a property.
Right.
So I'd love to have that conversation with you so that other agents can learn what I learned.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Because it's important to share, right?
It's important to share, which you did for us. You shared with us so much in those 6 weeks.
Yes.
You gave us your 10 years in 6 weeks. It's amazing.
I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did that because, like I said, it was, an experience for us as well. It was a wonderful experience. We learned so much. It even brought our teams closer to one another. And it made us also realize that we also need to improve and learn more as we, as we share with others. So it was wonderful. And I'm so glad that, all of you learned from us as well. Yes.
Wow.
Good. So that being said, I think what is important is for everyone to understand the importance of product knowledge, right? Don't you think
First
so?
and foremost.
Right? And that's with any sales and marketing job. Essentially, I think it's one of the most important things. So what we like to do is when we take a listing or when we decide that yes, it's a go and we want to advertise this property, it's very important for us to be on the same page with the owner and for us to understand the property and be in sync with it and completely dive into the project. So what we do is we take our time with it. We visit the property. The entire team will understand all the amenities, the features, the finishing, the fittings before we even advertise. Because it's important to know your product, the apartment, townhouses, bungalows, whatever property it is, commercial space. It's important to understand it before you even market it, right? It's not good enough to just say, yes, we have this listing.
Yeah.
And advertise it before you even understand the product well, the property well. So that's the first thing that we do as a team.
Knowing your product.
That's right.
Is key.
Correct. Because you'll be asked many questions from all our clients, right? From the clients. They will ask you. And it's important to know and understand. So, yes, that's one of the first things we do. Inspect, understand, and then we advertise. And we also, from the word go, build relationships with the caretakers on site, the site managers, the developers, if it's a first-time property, right? And then
what does that look like? When you say build relationships with caretakers and site managers, what does that entail?
Well, I think what it means is that as soon as you're introduced to a property, it's relationship building. It's all about relationships. It's about people, right? And you need to work as a team. Everybody needs to work as a team, whether it's a client, the estate agent, and also the caretakers and site managers.
So you're all coming together
because
to make this happen.
Essentially, you have a shared vision, right? Everybody wants the same thing.
Yeah.
So one person is, looking for a property. You know, they're finding their dream home, which is an important thing, right? The next is trying to bring the two together, the owner and you know, a person who wants to rent or buy. And then the other is in charge of looking after the property. So that's why I say it's important to be in sync, because if you are not building a relationship with the caretaker, for example, when you go on site and it's time for you to show the property, if you haven't called him prior, the day before, made arrangements, you know, respected him and made friends with him even, right? He is not going to collaborate with you, or he's not going to make things easy for you, right? If you don't do that. It's important for people to feel accepted, respected. That's what everybody wants. Appreciated, correct. So once that's done, then it's a breeze, right? You'll call the caretaker, you know, say jumbo to him, build a relationship with him, you know, go to the property half an hour before, make sure that everything looks great, open all the windows, really just drown in the property, enjoy it, you know, before the client even comes in. That's if you're meeting them on site. And, you know, just, yes, it's your time to shine. So it's important to make sure that you are, you know, showing the property, you are doing your best together, and you're all working as a team. Yes.
And so, why do you think it's important to show a property well? What are the benefits of making your showing very, polishing your presentation when you're showing a property? What are the benefits of that for an agent?
I think number one is you will build a relationship. That's number one. You are going to serve someone, right? Because your purpose is to serve, right? And, you know, you will build your name as well. You will get referrals for sure. I have noticed that there are many agents, right? And sometimes we end up showing the same properties.
Most times.
Okay. Have you experienced that?
Most times, yeah.
Yes. Now, even if you don't manage to close with a client, right? You will always be remembered for how you made that person feel, is what I always say. So he may have closed with someone else, but the experience that he or she had with you, if it's memorable, they'll always come back to you, right? So how you handled the client from the word go until you did the handover will always be something that sticks.
And they will
that's right. And they will always recommend you. So that's one of the advantages, the benefits of showcasing your property in the right way, right? Because if you are here for the long run and you're not here to just make a quick buck, you're thinking about estate agency, you know, for the next 20, 30 years, then it's important that you do it right. Because that's how your business will grow, you will personally grow as a brand, and that's how you will get recommended and you'll get more referrals. And you'll be, you know, you'll get the opportunity of serving people more and more as the days go by, right? The other thing is this, when you close, especially if you're building a relationship with a new developer, right? This gives you the opportunity now to really show yourself, because look, the journey is for an estate agent, a professional registered agent, is that you get the property and you want to, you know, have the whole package. By that I mean you will rent, you will sell, you will manage, right? And then when they have their new developments, again, you will sell off plan. You will, correct, you will get buyers for them. Now, some buyers will stay in the property, others are buying it for investment, right? So you will get an opportunity now to build a relationship with someone else, an investor, and then you rent out the property for them. And then you manage the property for the developer. So it's a relationship you're building, right?
So showing is very important.
Absolutely.
You're establishing your brand, building relationships, and making an impression.
That's right.
And that every agent should remember that every opportunity they get to show a property is a time to establish their brand, grow a relationship. You're not just showing a house.
That's right.
You're establishing your brand. You're
Yes.
growing a relationship. You're making an impression.
That's right. Because also, as cliche as it may sound, first impressions, right?
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
I agree. And
Yes.
every service industry knows that.
That's right. So it's all about how much you know the property. It's also about how comfortable you are, how aligned you are as well, body, mind and spirit, right? You have to be comfortable. You have to look comfortable. You have to also play your part and play your part very well. It's not just about, it's everything, look, everything, it's like a car, right? For a car to operate, everything has to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the same way, it's important that you dress right. You know, real estate, we will have so many clients from all walks of life.
Yeah.
So, you know, your dressing has to be right, wear comfortable shoes,